Big game by Anthony Edwards last night in what was a very important game for the Minnesota Timberwolves, a borderline must-win game for the Timberwolves. They were coming off back-to-back ass whoopings by the two LA teams, the Lakers and the Clippers, and the vibes were not high in Minnesota. There were radio stations around here, I believe 93X, they were floating possible Anthony Edwards trades. I heard it was like Jalen Johnson, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and the New Orleans Pelicans pick for Anthony Edwards, and they were debating if that would be good or not, assuming that the Pelicans pick was number 1 or number 2 and they could get like Darren Peterson or Cam Boozer. And that kind of talk is crazy because I don't care how good the package is. You just don't trade Anthony Edwards if you're the Minnesota Timberwolves. That guy, he's the franchise. He's an icon. He's one of the most iconic players in the NBA. The aura that he brings to your franchise, the attention he brings to your franchise, you just don't trade him. So that's how bleak it was getting in Minnesota, as local radio stations were floating Anthony Edwards trades. Fucking crazy, guys. But last night, Anthony Edwards, he showed up and he showed out. 42 points. He shot 60% from the field. The really impressive thing is he did it on 22 shots, and only 8 of those shots came from 3. And that's something that I've really enjoyed from Anthony Edwards this year. It's something that's really evolved in his game, is his shot profile, his shot diet. Last year, he averaged 20 shots a game. More than half of them were coming from 3. This year, he's still at 20 shots per game, but he's got that average down to about 8.5 threes per game, which doesn't seem like much. You know, that's 1.5 less threes taken per game, but his free throws are up, and that's what you're noticing when you watch him play. He's not settling for the 3 as much as he did last year. He's a great three-point shooter for sure. 39% last year, 40% this year, but with how athletic he is, he should never be settling for that volume of threes. This year, he's taking it to the hoop a lot more. And the thing that I love about watching Anthony Edwards is when he takes it to the hoop, he's taking it to the hoop with the intent to finish. He's not doing what SGA does. He's not doing what Luka does, what a lot of these high volume scorers do, where they're taking it to the hoop with the intention of getting fouled. Honestly, Ant would probably be better off if he flopped a little bit more. He'd get more respect from the referees. He'd get more free throw attempts. But that's just not his game. He's going to the hoop with the intent to finish on you, with the intent to murder you. He's trying to take your head off every single time he goes to the rim. So this year, he's getting to the rim a little bit more. His free throw attempts are up. I believe he's averaging 1.5 more free throw attempts a game this year. But the real evolution in his game this year, the mid-range jump shot. You saw that in last night's game. I believe he had 4 jumpers from the mid-range. You saw him post up a little bit too. He was getting that work in. That's the evolution of his game that I've been asking for the last couple seasons, and he's really showing it this year. It's great when you can get to the rim whenever you want and when you have a deadly three-point shot, but especially in the playoffs when the game slows down, when you just need a bucket, the guys who are really effective in the playoffs are the guys who can find their mid-range jump shot. And Anthony Edwards this year, he's improved with that mid-range jump shot. You're seeing he's more comfortable taking it. He's a lot more comfortable making it too. So if he can add a little bit of that post-up game too, that's probably the next evolution this summer, is really getting in the gym, working that post-up game. Almost, you know, a guy who I'd really like to see him work with is DeMar DeRozan, because DeMar DeRozan is probably both the best mid-range jump shooter in the NBA, mid-range creator in the NBA, and probably the best post-up player we've seen at the wing position since Kobe Bryant. So if Anthony Edwards, if he can adopt that into his game, now all of a sudden you got a guy who can get to the rim whenever he wants, is athletic enough and strong enough to finish over damn near everybody. Killer three-point shot, great mid-range shot, and then you start adding that post-up game in it, guy's going to be unstoppable. So shout out Anthony Edwards, one of the most fun watches in the NBA, and last night was one of the most fun individual games that I've watched in a minute. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought about Anthony Edwards, and have you also noticed the evolution in his shot diet, because it's something I'm really enjoying watching this year.